Hello everyone, so for today's video I'm going to be going over blending. So I have my sketch right here, my rough sketch. You can see like all these rough sketch lines right here. I also have a pencil. I'm going to be working with this number 2 pencil. I have a blending stump that I made, a cotton swab, and I guess this is also a cotton swab, a little round right here. So I'm going to be alternating between these 3 blending tools just to show y'all how they work. Alright, let's start out. So you can see here I already have my sketch kind of planned out right here. I have like this little shadow, this plane right here, and then my pumpkin that I'm drawing here. So I'm going to start out with my cotton swab. So something nice about this is that it's a little smaller. You can kind of wield it more precisely, but then again, I'll show you the cons when they come up here. So let me kind of blend out my marks right here, where I want this this shadow kind of be more faded out, a little more markless here. So really, as you can see here, all you're really doing when we're blending is, you can see my cotton swab has the graphite on there. Our blending tools are really just there to pick up the graphite and kind of spread it around throughout my paper. So something nice about the cotton swab is that it's really gentle. You can kind of press down on it a little bit more, and it won't really damage your paper very much, unless you're just like hulking out over your drawing. So you can see there I have my, sketch kind of smudged out there. I'm going to kind of go over this a little bit more. I'm going to smudge this out a little bit more, and I'll be right back with you. As you can see, after a couple of minutes of doing that, this entire side of this Q-tip cotton swab is pretty dirty already. So once that happens, you really kind of need to go alternate to clean side right here, or even afterwards get a new cotton swab, because once you pick up all of that graphite, it's not really going to be smudging or picking up any more afterwards. Kind of like how using like a white eraser, a pink eraser, a dirty, once it gets dirty, you kind of have to like rub it out to get all of that pencil stuff off of it and make sure it's clean again so it can erase properly. So I got my area smudged out. You can still see like those darker contour lines that I put on there, which is good. And I might kind of go back over that a little bit here. So, darken out my shadows a little bit more with a pencil. And then again, I'm going to go back over them. Get those marks kind of smeared out. There we go. And then I had some of those highlights, those really lighter areas that kind of gotten smudged over with my graphite. So I'm going to go back with my eraser and then kind of erase where I wanted those highlights to really come out. So I'm going to go here. see, like, once you erase, like, those highlights really do come back right there. As long as they're pretty gentle, and then you're not using your darker pencils immediately after you're sketching. So I'm going to be blending here my little shadow, my darker area out. I'm going to be going to my cotton swab right here since it's a little bigger area. I'm going to use this flatter end right here. It's even. See that, but some of those, some of that negative space where the sketch marks weren't at kind of got filled in here, and we still have a little faint shadow of where my pumpkin is casting it. Alright, and again, we just go back over it, making sure you're kind of putting a little bit more pressure on. Make sure that value comes out. And back over that a little darker here. Kind of define that contour a little bit better. Okay. And then I'm going to go over this really dark area one more time. And again, going back over with my cotton swab. I'm going to go over this little dark patch with my blending stump, just so that it's more precise. Sure. So lights went out. For a second there. I'm kind of spreading that graphite into the larger part of my shadow right there, and then I'm going to go back over again. Make sure I have a nice gradient between values. Going a little darker here. And going back over again. Sorry, I cut out there. I think I pressed a button on my laptop and it ended up canceling out or ending the video recording here. So I was just going back over my shadows again with my pencil. Over it, blending stuff. So you might have already caught on to this, but I really am making sure that even though I am using blending to kind of remove some of those sketch marks, I am still very careful about the direction where I am blending this out, because you can see here, using a different part of my paper right here, when I am, you can still kind of create marks with this kind of the graphite that you picked up with your blending tool here. So you can see that you can still get some of that directional value there. So just make sure you're kind of not like going all over the place, you know, with your blending, because that's going to spread out to other parts of your drawing if you do kind of go buck wild with that. If one more tip is to not particularly overblend either. And you can tell when something's overblended when everything's kind of blurred out, everything's kind of this one single value. There's not really, you can't really tell what's what from each other. So again, you might need to like go back over things with your pencil and just not even blend it out and just making sure your marks are going in a good direction, and having like a definitive contour, definitive mark for part of your drawing, as you might see here, as I'm doing. Alright. Okay. And that kind of brings out the volume form of my drawing. And then I might go over that just a little bit lightly. Ways of blending things. Alright. So there you go. That's blending in a nutshell, making sure things are kind of flat and smooth and gradual, going from light and dark values again, making sure we're drawing, blending, drawing some more. Alright. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.